TMV has to be careful here. Ends up tanking about 5 tower hits, just going through deny, which unfortunately he didn't get. I was not expecting that on the bottom side, not with a Tide Hunter, that's for sure.
Alright, never mind. Finds our first blood to start off the best of 5 onto Mr. Palos.
Oh my God.
He didn't pop meta or anything like that, but still giving over first blood. You hate to see it.
Especially to a Visage, right? We've seen so many times a Visage just fall way
Vincenzo
behind because
might die as well. They're going to get aggressive onto Nevermind. At least gets the Inkswell off before he's killed off, so Palos be able to rectify that previous death. Top lane, Tino's going to be in trouble as well. Maledict reapplied. And they've got a couple more ticks to go through him, and Natsumi is going to be rewarded with the kill. Bottom lane, actually, Palos, Soul Assumption secures the kill. Back up the top we go, as Shanks will tick out to the Maledict. Natsumi is not even going to allow that to be the case. He wants to take as many kills as possible.
bit too little too late. I mean, Natsumi's level 4. You're just hitting up onto level 4 on your Enigma now. Tino's not even
again. Xavius. Inkspell's not going to be enough to secure the kill. Stroking a couple of right clicks. Xavius is playing with the one charges. One more right click's not enough. Try and have the illusion chase him down. He's going to cut his way through the trees, but that will not be enough. And now, never mind. He's stacking up the Soul Assumption charges. Palos is going to be cautious if he shows his face, and will not do so. Then we're going to have a fight breakout for the Power Rune. Xavius protecting him for the moment. Now, Bob's kind of stuck in no man's land. They brought the Death Prophet down relatively low, so it's going to be difficult for him to step in and provide the damage. Bob's playing some one charges. They're going to drop the ward as well, just to try and get that last little instance of damage, and they get it thanks to Lelouch. One of the new additions on Polaris. They will not get the kill, it looks like. Vincenzo.
It's movement.
Palos is even going to step in with the Metamorphosis. This is a big kill if they could get Nevermind, but Ravage committed, and Xavius, the help of the Visage, turns it back around. Bob will at least pivot down to bottom, getting a big streak, 370 gold, over towards the Dragonite. They want to continue the fight, though. Lelouch charging up the Exo, but no one's home. They are very deep here on Execration. Natsumi's going to wrap around. They're going to try and target down the Dragonite. Shanks not having level 6, so there will not be a turn potential. They'll cancel Bob's TP, and now Shanks as well will be killed off. Oh, all the long way. Xavier's still with the gush back up. This will enable them to dive onto the tower. And now the net worth. Like, okay, you get another kill on Nevermind.
And unfortunately for him, he probably should be a little bit further in his own net worth.
Oh no, he splits away from the team. They cancel the TP. Death Ward utilized. They'll drag him back inside the range, and meanwhile Xavier's dropped the solo Ravage for the Enigma. I believe he was TPing out. Xavier's felt like it was necessary.
Even the drums being popped. You've got the Vlads. They got to get there quickly, but it's not quick enough.
Now, do they stick around for a fight? Chen's on the front. Smoke's gonna pop. They got a little glimpse of him. Tino looks to reveal the blink as well. They should have a lot of damage to go through the CK with this Firestorm. He's able to run out of range, and there we go. First life killed off. They're playing without the Ravage too, so it's not going to be easy for Polaris. Maybe it's just a Familiar's chase down. Grimstroke's in trouble. Might just chuck out a Soulbind before he dies. Even the Death Prophet's going to TP into the middle. They're going to be cautious though, Shanks. There we go. There's the Black Hole on the high gun. They won't have an answer to it. With the Metamorphosis damage, they're going to find a second target. As Polaris just give a couple of freebies over.
Next, but they're going to move forward into a different location. Bob's
going to jump. The stun into the Death Prophet. Let's see if they're going to be able to blow her up. The Midnight Pulse lay it down inside the river. Deeply falling lower and lower. Pops the BKB Exo, but it will not matter. They've killed off Lelouch, but can they get anything more out of this? Is Palos charging towards Xavius' location. Atos along with the Inkswell to hold the back. Even Pogo sticks up to the high ground as Tino finds the double stun as Execration. CK blink in. DP runs at you. Tide's going to be in the middle as well. Tino's in trouble. Isn't able to cast the Fiend's Gay. And now with the Maledict on him. See how squishy he truly does look. They're going to see Shanks as well on the tree line. Really nice micro from Nevermind. Will net themselves into a secondary kill. So, but it's it's going to take quite some time to get towards that item. As we do have Aegis picked up. Pirate was just kind of the run in from the Death Prophet or the Chaos Knight to jump in. Shanks, he's revealed his position. Bob's going to be nearby, but are they going to think about trying to turn it around with the Black Hole? Tino and Power show up to the party. Shanks gets the ultimate off at the last second, but it won't do much as they'll turn their attention towards Xavier, so 1 for 1. Do they stick around though? Palace is going to be cautious. He doesn't get to BKB. The stun is out and he won't have an opportunity for the Sunder. Another Fiend's Gate expires in Vincenzo's face so they can chase down the 2 heroes remaining in the lane. Grimshaw killed off with ease, and Tino will be another hero to litter the ground. I mean, they made that cute attempt. It was almost, if you could find that ultimate just a little bit early from the Enigma, but not to be. Lelouch's got Blink, so if he wants to jump into the middle, Palos going to continue to farm. He's got Shanks nearby to offer some protection, but the instant Ravage and the instant blow up as Palos killed off. No hesitation from Polaris, and now who do you give the Ag Scepter over to on Dire? Alright. Once again, all under a ward.
Tide Hunter.
Palos charging to the middle. Lelouch is going to jump in as well, straight onto the Enigma, and they'll get rid of the Black Hole threat. Palos, let's see if it can be the X Factor to turn it around. BKB metamorphoses, easy kill onto the Tide Hunter, but now with the BKB expiring, the 4-second stun into the chain control. He's without a buyback, they're without lives. And now the high ground soon to be under siege. Alright, well, you got Black Hole, but you don't have BKB. Natsumi's going to jump in. They're targeting the Underlord. Definitely not the easiest kill, but as soon as Melodic's applied, we see how fast he can melt under the percent damage. They did get the first life, though. Black Hole's going to be casted with Palos' damage. It's actually enough to get rid of the Chaos Knight. Now Bob straight to the backline. They're going to be targeting TMV down, but Lelouch, he wants to take the fight. So does Xavier's. Jump in. Ravage onto 3. And now Execration, you've got to get out. I don't know if you can take this fight. Sunder's going to buy them a little bit of time, at least getting Palos out to safety.
You got Natsumi rejoining under the cover of the Shadow Blade. He bought back for this. He wants to get some value. Just feeling like, well, they've used everything. There's no Elder Dragon form. Once this duration expires, there's no Black Hole. How is Bob going to play it? He can't just stand here and wait. In for himself.
Xavier, he jumped into the middle. Bob's going to pounce. TMV behind him as well. Gets the cask off. You don't want to force an early BKB. They're going to do that just to blow up the Tide on, so they'll turn to TMV next as well. But the Voodoo switcheroo is TMV. Delays the inevitable, but a big advantage now. Lelouch is going to pounce into the middle. The Death Prophet, not the easiest target to bring down. BKB Aeon Disc off to the side. They've run into Shanks, but a BKB Black Hole. That's a lot of damage onto the Chaos Knight. Natsumi man fighting into the Midnight Pulse, and they'll get the kill. It's a dieback onto Natsumi. 2 minutes in the grave.
Oh, I don't even know if they will. Yeah.
Or Bob down bottom. They've been able to run into the Visage. Tino, his Fiend's getting to the team just to make sure they've got the damage to kill off. Never mind. He's got enough gold for buyback. But at least you're going to force out. You get the gem as well, so that is huge. No way.
It's a pretty nice tool for... Oh, they actually Fiend's Gate back to mid. Okay. They couldn't do this, could they? No CK, it's guaranteed. Well, TP's got to be there.
Okay, it's a dieback. They're going for it.
Oh my god, they couldn't do this, could they?
They could. No Black Hole. Early use of the BKB, but still hasn't popped the refresher. Witch Doctor up in 10. So we see all of Execration. Lelouch going to jump onto Vincenzo. No, the Siphon back. We can't get the 4-star off. You need everyone. You need every single component to win this fight.
He popped it while underneath the Arcane Rune as well, I believe.
They're going to the north. Bob's actually going to jump inside the pit. Roche is falling low and over. Xavier's going to pounce. Double Ravage is out. They're going to drag back the Terrorblade. They might be able to blow him up. Palos is gone. He's got a buyback to be able to rejoin the lads. They might need a Fiend's Gate to bring him in, but Tino is going out. And like you said, Enigma died off to the side. They don't have buybacks. They're still trying to take a fight. Bob's going to jump on towards the Witch Doctor. They're running into Nevermind in the backline as well, but they really need the damage coming through from Palos, but he's playing scared at the moment. Doesn't want to jump in the middle, and Bob, that's going to cost him his life, along with the gem dropped on the... Did you give up Megas?
I don't think you do.
Bob's jumping. Maybe trying to force an Aeon Disc. Bob It's an early BKB usage. Shank's going to jump into the middle. The black hole clipping onto Lelouch on the side, but he doesn't get dragged back. And now without the black hole, that was the X factor. That was the angle back in. Gonna be a Hail Mary. Just, you know, take it slow. You know this meta's going to expire. They're going to jump as soon as it ends. Xavier, there we go. Second Ravage out. Time for the third Ravage. He's got plenty of mana to work with. Bye-bye, Bob. Tino's gone. And it looks like game one in the hands of Polaris.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, no meta for quite some time is really going to hurt them, though.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Charge! Run in! Throw and expose. I'll give Palos the ink swell, but there is just way too many summons, way too many illusions. It's a long road, and Polaris are the first ones to hit. The other lanes, Bob on a...
This is getting dived here. What the heck? That should not happen. Like, he just stood there and tanked a right-click barrage coming from Vincenzo here.
Sounds like hey to talk to me. I don't know. I was spilling all Vincenzo love. Don't
it should
get
not
started.
happen.
Try and secure with the power rune. It will be an Invis top.
Under attack.
Very nicely done from Shanks.
Okay.
Wanted that last little bottle sip,
right.
but let's see if they charge up the extra. Bob's gonna do so, but yeah, he's not gonna get a kill out of it. Nice read from Lelouch. Gonna TP back to the T2 tower, so he's not even too far away from the action. I do like the emphasis that we are seeing so far. They're taking a stack, actually. This is pretty big from Execration. Lelouch gonna step in. 4 heroes are showing up, but the arrow's on point onto the Mars. But push away Lelouch, and the damage is lacking for...
has just the one charge left now.
Even Tino's thinking about stepping in. Arena's up in 5. Netherwatch just expired as well. They're going to miss the spear. Great timing with the Dragon Tail. Lelouch will not be able to evade the area. There's now even Natsumi feels the importance, and Nevermind as well. They're going to try and chase down Bob. They don't have a way to close the distance. Maybe Tino's an easy kill at Xavier's with the body blocks proving to be an issue. But Tino's able to slip on past Marana, maybe turning to Bob instead. But Nevermind just trying the Burrow Strike, only level 2. And now Paulos, he's going to read the importance of this fight as well. But stepping over to the river, straight into the Sandstorm, recognizing he cannot brawl the Sand King.
And you've got a DK, and I mean, how many times have we seen a DK just transition into being this slate?
Oh, what the... What? What was the damage? I
mean, he didn't have Mana Shield on.
Yeah, I was looking at his whole bar. I'm like, hey, does he have Mana Shield on? What's going on? This is another repeat, at least not later on in the game, but it's going to fall too fast before they can get in the neighborhood. They still have Arena to take the fight. Exo soon to expire. They've got the ward on the high ground. Great placement from Vincenzo. So Tino flies over to the low ground. They get the connection onto Lelouch, but the damage is lacking. And for Die, they've got the damage. Ebbie in the middle, but again, Vincenzo offering the sustain. But Natsumi's looking to enter the fight. Stonegaze is out. He's trying to stand his ground, but his spear pins him up to the tree. Nevermind's back. A double Burrow Strike, getting rid of the supports. But Polaris, they still need to respect Paulos. The damage is starting to ramp up. A decrypt, buying some time. Tino pushes him back, but the Templar Assassin getting controlled for the moment. And it looks like T is just going to leave. They don't want to continue with the fight. It's Polaris. What a call. Nevermind buys back, gets the double burrow, and they could keep alive Medusa. They're under the ward. Nevermind.
He's gone.
He's going to jump the Rubik. Vincenzo stunned for the moment. Doesn't get the sustain enough to be able to keep them alive. But Tino! Oh, what an arena! As Bob charges into the middle, but the Stonegaze is going to delay this. Natsumi protected for the moment. Is going to back off towards the T2 tower, but they haven't got anything more. It was just the MVP killed off, and now he's brought back to try and help out for the second round. But it will not be required as a further fight doesn't break out. It's just closing in the initial one.
Looking to make a bit of a movement here. Natsumi has to be careful.
Tino's going to jump early. There's no real follow-up as Nevermind follows him inside the arena. They want to target down the Sand King instead. We'll give Medusa an opportunity to pop the Stonegaze, and TMV once again life draining Natsumi to a respectable health pool where she can stand her ground in man fight. But Bob, he wants another story. Charging in the middle. They stole the burrow. Oh, Shakes. That is beautiful. We were mentioning how disastrous it really could be if Shanks was able to steal this ability. And
yeah.
I was
Be
going to
careful
charge
with
in the
their
middle. They've got the
positioning.
ward on the back line. They'll control the Medusa for the moment. It's a really early use to the BKBs, and now you've got to think twice if you want to continue the fight, because never mind charging up the X, so they're going to jump into the middle. But it looks like
arrow.
the TA is in trouble. Arrow's going to find the connection, but the shield's still on cooldown. Palace is actually going to stand his ground and look to turn with the help of Bob charging in. 4 have been killed off out of nowhere, and now Natsumi. He's going to be cautious. Spears back up. Tino. There we go. There's the stun. Team B is going to look to buy back. They need to deal with the Pugner if they're going to ever have a thought of killing off Natsumi. Because look at all the mana back. Oh my, Natsumi. That's filthy. Got a third duration left. They're going to drop the ward on the higher gun. Polaris, it looks like they're aware of it. Tino's going to jump. Palace instantly towards the Dragon Knight as well. They're going to try and burst him down before the BKB. Lelouch gets it off at the last second. Now with the live train, and never mind. Flies over the walls, but the damage is not enough. BKB's protecting Execration. Now they want to take the fight. They're happy with a longer drawn-out fight thanks to the Exo, but Palace is going to respect the T2 tower. A 4-star 3 position protected for the Mel for the moment. It's going to turn towards Lelouch instead, but they'll bring him down. No Templar Assassin is a big issue for Execration's damages. Never mind. He's back in. Another Burrow Strike onto 2, and Execration haven't found anyone, and they've got to get out. See if anyone's considering coming to the neighborhood. There we go. Second Roche. It's going to be the Ag shot as well. Given...
I don't know who you give this to. I mean, do you give it to...
Lelouch. He's going to start. Vincenzo's nearby. Nevermind's ready to rock and roll.
Radiant's middle tower
Epicenter getting casted. Shanks is back in. It's a lot of damage for the moment. They're going to be cautious. They group up.
Nice
Tino's going to
silence.
find the arena, but importantly on the backline, look at Bob. Targeting towards the supports. But it's an Exo BKB completely wasted. Now the Death Prophet's going to be vulnerable for the fight. Maybe Natsumi as well. The mana completely getting drained. They need a little bit more damage to take away the first life, and they will do so without really heavily committing. So it's a big victory for Execration. Do they go for the spear pushback?
Yep.
Tino's off the mark, and it'll cost him his life, and maybe more as well. Towards the backline they go. Shanks, he stole the Burrow Strike again. Doubles up inside the middle, but it will not matter as Natsumi. Stone Gaze out, turning towards Palos. They will not be able to cancel the TP, but they're turning towards the Death Prophet on the high ground instead. A forced to reposition, but the Skadi slows, and not enough as Bob will evade that attempt. But the damage has been dealt.
radiant
They're going to try and jump the Dragon Knight once again, and this time they will kill him off without any of Polaris
not
being able to
waiting.
interfere, but now they're going for the Pugner instead. All right, that's a pretty valuable target if you can get rid of him. Ooh, they saw
And
the
Roche is just
Netherlord.
up.
never could keep a secret.
They saw Netherlord too? Okay, it's pretty big.
That's not the game plan, Lelouch. You need to just be a little bit more passive. You know Roshan's about to respawn. Being away from your team is not the play at this stage of the game.
They're split up. I mean, this is an ideal fight for Polaris. They're going to jump to Mars. Nice 4-star for way to reposition Tino. So he's going to drop a defensive arena. Palos is nearby as well to try and deal the damage onto Lelouch, but they've got to be cautious. The rest of Radiant showing up to the neighborhood as Bob jumps straight onto Natsumi. The Stone Gaze BKB protecting Natsumi. They did steal the Stone Gaze. They've got to be cautious now, but this longer drawn-out fight, a double leap to reposition, but Palace is back into the middle, wanting to do the damage, trying to man-fight the Medusa. There we go, the stolen Stone Gaze is Shanks, charging straight into the river. The arrow's going to connect on Palace, instantly taken away. Palace is not winning this man-fight. Fur Jesu's down. How can they set up for round 2? I don't know if they're going to be able to. Wait, Palace, he jumps in. They get the help, but protected for the BKB. He's going to make it out, but the rest of Radiant, they'll cancel one of the TPs in Vincenzo. Bob should make it out. Oh, that... How close is he? There we go. He's got it.
Dire structures are fortified.
Makes it a lot more challenging. A little surprised he didn't go a bit further forward, but we've seen the impact of Mars being able to get that Blink Spear back.
We bathe in Miss Dire's middle
See how
barracks.
quickly
jump.
they're able to...
They're trying to blow up
Clean
Bob.
them
They
up.
might be able to
Oof.
do so. Once again, the telekinesis 4-stuff out. Bob's okay. The damage from Natsumi is really starting to ramp up. Tina's going to turn with the arena drop, but they're on the low ground. Never mind inside the middle. It's a decent chunk
Jose
of
on
damage.
Disco.
But it looks like TA's still in trouble. She popped the BKB after the Helmet, so it's a wasted magic immunity. And now Polaris are just charging to the TA. They know she's vulnerable. There's no escape for the carry on Execration, as they might be able to get more as well. Never mind. He got a whiff of vision onto Bob, but the Shiva's slow.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You're gonna have to force out these buybacks on the defense unless you want to go up against Megas.
Is under attack.
Here we go. Buyback on Palace.
They can just back up. There's no need to go further. Go take Roche.
They gotta go. Roche has fallen too fast though for them to get in the pit. Look at Nevermind standing guard.
Sean has fallen to the death.
Loosh! Tino's gonna jump. It's a lot of damage already towards the Dragonite. Pops a BKB. Somebody get out of the arena. So that is arena now wasted. But Bob used
Also
EXO as well.
Dire's courier.
They can back up to their own high ground ward. They keep the refresher shot over to Natsumi. So it's got another round of the Stone Gaze that they're going to look to implement now with this team fight by the Secret Shop. 4-star telekinesis, everything used to get Bob back to safety. Tino's doing an exceptional job with this pull walk, mitigating the damage from Natsumi where they're turning to deal with the Medusa. But a decrypt protecting Natsumi for long enough. Round 2. How do you set yourselves up? Can they go in? Nevermind's going to jump with the epicenter, targeting Palace, but he's still got a BKB. Over towards the Medusa, they go, but Palace is without refraction charges. Down goes the Templar Assassin. No buyback available. Mars will join her in the afterlife. As that should be all she wrote. Palace, without a buyback, makes this hold ridiculously hard. Oh boy, T4's gone down. Execration.
Middle tower is under
What's the
attack.
call?
Radiant's middle tower has
Throne's
fallen.
exposed. You won't have EXO. And they know there's no defense. They're going to call it quits. Polaris 2-0 up in our best of 5. They are looking really strong. Okay, so my concern is that I think Polaris are going to be a little bit better late game. Let's hold that thought. Shanks is charging up.
He still puts the ward down.
Tino as well. They want to get rid of TMV to start. Well, you were speaking about the tri-lane for first blood. Why not have a 5-on-5? There's a burrow strike clipping everyone. Now Palace needs to run the opposite direction. They have the damage. Palace doesn't eat the stroke. They go for Shanks instead. Might be the easier kill knowing that he had the arrow. So there will be no leaps away as Nevermind finds out first blood in the game 3.
Have detection, because the only one that's going to be able to reliably keep that lane pushed out is the Sand King.
Oh, Vincenzo.
Never mind. He wants to be farming.
Hate to see it. He tried to move to the west, dodging the Nevermind Sand King from stepping in, but because of this direction to the 4-minute mark, really nicely done from Lelouch. He tries to snag the water rune, which, oops, did he get lucky? Yes, he got the water rune and also the kill as well, so really nice rotation for him. Prior, but TP's mid, refills the bottle, does exactly what he needs to do to slow down the Medusa's farm. As Shanks also solo kills TMV. There's kind of something else we maybe didn't mention enough, is that I think Shanks Murano is top 3 of his best heroes. Shanks has a ball of Murano.
Again, everyone's playing pretty well. I feel like the fact that that's the first death on the Abaddon is a pretty good sign. The fact that it's 5.5 minutes in.
Ooh, didn't think they'd actually get the kill, but the brain got the haste. They got the observer as well, just to make sure that no one else is behind TMV. Bottom lane, though, it does leave this Dragon Knight vulnerable, as Nevermind's going to reveal the blink.
You can steal this away. This would be enormous. You've got the Rolling Thunder.
All I can give us.
Gonna try and charge in, Nevermind. Only 1 point in the bar extraction, enough to be able to catch up. Meanwhile, to the side, Tino is solo killing Natsumi. He's gonna have a reality rift up in a couple of seconds. Without the Phantasm illusion, though, they might be missing out on the damage. So chase him down, Nevermind. Oh, the double burrow onto both supports. They get the Bane, now eyeing up Shanks as well. Bottom lane. I was gonna look to jump in. They've got the Rolling Thunder towards the back line as well, so both supports going to be in trouble for the moment. Nice Nightmare dodge, and Vincenzo now turns it back around. Nevermind's going to jump. Another double burrow from Nevermind. The damage enough to secure the first kill, but instantly as Tino shows up, drags back the Pango to his demise, and now Bob easily able to pivot his attention to another kill onto the Sand King, as we are not done. Palos chasing TMV under the T2 tower, but a borrowed time will be enough of a deterrent.
Straight into Roche. DD. Deso. 15 minutes. Roche is just butter.
Minus 31 armor. Oh my lord. Cool. Very cool. They smoke up, but they're a little bit too late.
To the smoke. Look at bot.
Oh no, he tried to TP out. He tried to TP out, but it's not going to work out. There's nothing they can do to protect their position one. It's just farming too aggressively across the map is Natsumi. Meanwhile, mid lane, Bob is also very greedy. They have the detection nearby and plenty of damage over time to be able to go through the refraction.
Alright, they'll claim that. Whoever in the middle of these
Never
engagements.
mind. Jumping instantly onto Bob. Bob's going to be in mega trouble here, but the damage over time, they turn it around on the Sand King, but the damage has been dealt. They've killed off the Templar Assassin. Now Tino's going to be the next on the agenda. Shanks would chuck out a straight arrow to try and offer up some assistance, but that only really makes the Lush even angrier. A double for the Pango.
Higher map to be able to farm. Shanks is taking the most dangerous farm on the map. You know,
Look how
next to-
aggressive they're playing. Vincenzo as well. Trying to get a kill over on Xavius, but that's not going to be the case as he's got some reinforcements. Palace still wants Xavius. He'll get it. But it might come at a cost, though. Lelouch should be able to close the distance easy. Palace stuck inside the river, so Lelouch has got plenty of walls to bounce back on. You get the Fiends group holding the Pango back in place, so Palace is able to reposition to the right side of the river. And now with Bob respawning, they got to get out. They can't stick around. It's going to come at a grave cost as Palace over towards Natsumi. Dragon Tail up in a couple of seconds, but Palos just goes too deep under the T2 tower. Nevermind was waiting in anticipation, licking his lips on that opportunity. Feel like a smoke up. Nevermind again. Nice blink reactions, but he's gone to the right side, a little bit away from Execration. Aeon is activated for Nevermind, so he's not going to be blown up to start the fight, but he's still going to be cautious of his positioning. Protected for the Sandstorm for the moment, but Bob, he's the one that's not protected. Lelouch bouncing back and forth off the walls. They secure the last little bit of damage. But now over to the Medusa they go as the arrow is on point from Legolas once again. And now they are swarming Natsumi. He has TMV nearby, offering the sustainability to try and keep the Medusa alive, but it will not matter as Execration finally get the Medusa. Now thinking about TMV. A Pogo stick to reposition, but a long Chaos Bolt following the Abaddon as Palace ends the fight up to a killing spree now for the position one. Dragon. 2 items will just completely crumble Execration. Never mind. He's onto the Templar Assassin again. Nightmare buying him a little bit of time. Bob has the opportunity to pop the BKB. Needs to stray away from any heroes. He's going to leash together with the Mirana. But they're trying to target down different heroes instead. Lelouch to the backline, deals to the Bane. Now they're on the Dragon Knight next as well. The overwhelming amount of stuns won't give Palace an opportunity for the BKB. Into the last second, gets the Magic Community off, but they're still charging down Palace. Asgardi making sure he will not escape. Bob want to get back into the middle, but it will not matter. To the right side we go as Nevermind finds another Burrow Strike onto the core. As Lelouch really starting to stack up the streak. 12, 5, and 7 on the position 2 Pangolier. Oh, we didn't get the Ike shot as well. Now Lelouch as well is going to catch up Vincenzo by the triangle. Nice nightmare trick, but it will not matter. As David sees Shanks.
He's out of charges.
Yeah, no more
They
lead
know.
charges. Aeon just going to get popped. They're actually hesitant about diving. Bob's going to jump to the backhand. They don't have detection. That's where Tino comes into play. Dust is out. The remnants of the DD soon to expire. Bob's going to try and pop a BKB, but TMV once again with his positioning, giving enough sustain to keep the cause alive for a little while longer. They're doing a really good job to kite Natsumi. A Stone Gaze TP out. There won't be an edge. Hang on. Meanwhile, Bob! He's killed off from the supports. Xavius and TMV do it as a duo. Palace are going to look to step in once again. The arrow is going to fly on past. The shield to disrupt the combo. Xavius goes down to the south, and I think he'll make it.
Clever's the pathing.
A numbers disadvantage. Stonegaze wasted along with Rolling Thunder. Maybe they can fight. Arrow's going to clip the Abaddon on the backline. You need to get rid of this hero. Side blades might force the ulti. Tino's still hunting.
Oh, the top was to it.
TMV, there we go. Burrow times out.
He popped too
Arrow
soon.
just off the mark, but they've been able to close the distance to the river. You've got to make sure you don't group up for the Eppies. Never mind. Jumps in again. Blows up the bait, but they haven't dealt with Bob. BKB standing his ground on the high up of the Scotty. Slow Bob. He's going to make his mind up. He's going to blink to try and
Just
reset, but he's on top of the vision. They know exactly where the Templar Assassin is. There will be no hiding under the cover of the meld. Lelouch?
Question is, who do you go on then?
Well, it's going to be the Bane. That Polaris are jumping. Vincenzo's in trouble. Bob's going to look to turn it around. The damage on Nevermind is really starting to stack up. It's a big kill for Bob to be able to find, but down to the low ground, Lelouch is going to turn his attention towards Natsumi's target. Forcing out an early BKB usage, but Palos turned to stone. Once again, Scotty continuing to slow him down towards the backline. Hang on, Tino gets a kill onto Xavius. BKB offering some repositioning aspect. Lelouch eats the arrow as well. But where's the damage source? Finally, Bob's able to come from the right side. They've already lost 3. Make it a 4th. Do they have any way to bring down Natsumi now? Menace slowly getting burnt away. They will indeed to take control. It's Execration.
But other than that, yeah.
Never mind.
Oh,
Should be able to burrow out. I'll leash up 2 heroes together just to make sure. Nevermind still trying to play under the cover of the sandstorm. They'll finally push him out. Now the objectives are vulnerable.
just wanted to clear out those CK illusions, I think.
Someone's Aeon got popped. Shanks, it looks like. Okay.
Stone into holding a timeless relic, so if he's able to get those sacred arrows on point, then that's a lot of damage. Going to be losing a range racks potentially as well on Dire, but that's not the key aspect.
Lelouch, he's going to find Tino in the river. They're going to try and target down Rosho, so Bob gets every component. But Tino's in trouble. He's away from the team. They won't have a way to be able to protect the Chaos Knight. That's going to be gem dropped on the deck as well, unless Tino can armlet toggle like a god. They will still be able to secure the kill. There we go. Gem picked up and the D-ward instantly. Position, Lelouch might be in trouble for the moment. He's going to be alright to the northern side. Tino is away from backup again. BKB TP out, but they're able to bring him down. Now, Execration, you got to get out.
Yeah. You had one job on mind on Lelouch there, and that was get TA to pop the BKB.
Ooh, Vincenzo Force. Execration actually going to jump back in. Never mind, protected for the moment with the Aeon disc, but now the Dragon Knight's in trouble. Turn to stone. BKB's going to do nothing. Nightmare buying some time. He pops a refresher shot for another BKB, but it won't do anything as Natsumi's just raining down arrows. Oh, come on now. Tino forcing reactions is never mind. What is that Burrow strike? Clipping 2. Tino doesn't have a buyback. And now with a respawn on Bob, but needs to get the refraction charges out, stopping a lot of the damage here, but Bob's in trouble. He doesn't have enough gold for the buyback as well. He's able to reposition back to the safety of the fountain, but they're still in trouble. Never mind. Another jump in, clipped out on Palos. BKB at the last second, but the Skydy's slow, halting him in his tracks. How do you find out without BKBs? I don't think you can. Nevermind's gonna charge up the Epic for another double Burrow strike is Nevermind. What is this man doing to Execration? Bob posturing aggressively. They got the rollers on the fall up as well. The Yules on the back line. They control the Bane, making sure there's no Nightmare opportunity. Nevermind, what have you done? What an addition! What an addition to Polaris. My guy is looking top tier.
Turns out you got to ban out the Sand King against this guy because he will he'll serve it to you.
Throne exposed.
This is looking like being a 3-zip.
And it is. The sweep's coming out. 2-on-5. Tino and Shanks against the world, but the Medusa objective-based gaming. And they will do it. Polaris crowned your new Pro Series champions in 3-0 fashion. They got the rematch. They were knocked down to the lower bracket thanks to Execration, but they played the earlier series 2-1ing NGXC. They come into the grand finals warm as anything.